So you're wanting to play Commander, you're interested in playing Commander, matter you're getting better at Commander, or you're just getting into Magic and like, hey, I've heard about this format called Commander. How can I play it? Welcome to MTG Tuesdays tips and tricks as we continue to talk about how to play Commander. And I believe we're on part 5 of how to play Commander. We're going through slowly discussing different ways and things to help everybody get better at playing Commander, but also to learn how to play Commander and get into Commander, because I personally love Commander, one of my favorite formats, and I like seeing new people get into Commander. And so today we're going to talk about finding a play group. You're like, what is a play group? That's people you play with. And it's not always easy to find a play group. But to play Commander, you need at least one other person, typically 2 to 3 people. Because Commander is not... You can play dual Commander, 1v1 Commander, not as fun. But you really want to get Commander and play Commander as with 2 to 3 other people. So 3 to 4 people total playing. You can play with 6, you can play with 8. But if you get to 8, you want to split those up. That's a lot of people. But how do you find that play group? One of the easiest ways is to go to a local game store. You go to a local game store, there are people there, and you start introducing yourself to people, and hopefully you can find a group of people you typically play with on a consistent basis. Now, sometimes when you go to a game store, there's different people that show up, so you may play with the same 1 or 2 people, and, there's some people you may not like to play against, and that is fine. If you don't have to play against the same people. There are people you don't like to play against, decks you don't play against. You don't have to play against those decks. It just, sometimes if your game store is small, and that's the play group you got, that's what you got. So then you gotta be like, well, how can I find other play groups? There are other ways to find play groups. So the local game store is one of the easiest ways. You go there, you find out, especially if they do Commander. Not all game stores do Commander, but if they do Commander, you can ask them and be like, hey, when do you guys play Commander? What nights to play Commander? Typically, they'll have like a Discord or different groups you can message, like, hey, I'm coming to play. Is anyone interested in playing tonight? What are we playing? And things like that. And a lot of people are willing, most people, not all, but most people are very accepting and trying to help new people get into the play group, get into Commander, willing for you to make your mistakes and learn as you play. Because guess what? Even if I got I'm playing over 5 years now, I still make a ton of mistakes when I'm playing Magic together. There's other ways to play groups. Maybe you say, well, I don't have a local game store near me. Well, there's a great thing called Spell Table. You can go online and go to Spell Table, and you can just jump into games. Which is okay. But the experience there is very wide and varying, and you're not sure what you're going to hit. People say, oh, it's power level. You get in there, it's this or that, it's bad. I would recommend... There are several different out there, but I would find Discord groups. One of my favorite Discord groups to be a part in is Sleeves and Dweebs Discord, and then the Salt Shaker. Those 2 are my favorite. So that I've been in. I'm in multiples. I have multiples, but those are my top 2: finding games and finding people that are like-minded and finding, sometimes it's higher powered. Sleeves and Dweebs a lot of times is a lot higher powered, but they're still a lot of fun. They'll teach you and help you grow into the game. Salt Shaker has a lot there, and there are a lot of other groups out there you can be a part of if you find different people. Some of them you have to be a part of the Patreon. Some of them it's a free Patreon, you can get into it. Some of them you have to pay. And one day I would love to have my own Discord that would, like the Celtics Commander or something like that, where we could help you get into Commander, different formats and stuff like that. I just don't have the time to manage or no understanding of Discord at the moment. But there are a lot of different Discord channels you can find. Some you have to pay to be a part of, and some you can just join because you follow them on TikTok, things like that. And definitely feel free to reach out to the different people I've tagged. That'll help you find ways to get into their Discords and stuff like that. And you can get a part of the play groups there and find people. And there's been a lot of really good friends that I've met in these different Discords. And you build play groups and you build trust. And people you kind of know what level you're going to play with. You kind of have different people you like to play with or don't like to play with as well. There's a lot of different ways to play groups. And the other way is if you got friends, get your friends involved and just be like, hey, let's have a Friday night Magic night. Come over to the house on Thursday or Friday or Saturday, and let's just play Magic together and have multiple Commander decks and play and stuff like that. That is another way to have play groups. But this is an overview of how to find a play group, local game store, Spell Table, Discord, or just invite some of your friends over, how the decks, teach them how to play, and then you've got your own play group set up. But I want to thank you guys so much for being here. If you have any questions, feel free to put in a comment below about playing Commander. We'd love to answer the questions. We're going to continue this series for a little while now because we want people to learn to play Commander and get into Commander. And so we like to do this kind of teaching overview, like things on Tuesdays. Tuesdays tips and tricks is how to play Commander right now. And I want to thank you guys so much for being here. And as always, we'll see you next time.